Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and welcome to the Scrappy 8 Challenge. And for the month of March, it is the prompt was chosen by Dawn of For Grace Creations, and hers is Winged Warriors. So I've decided I'm going to do a little layout, and for Winged Warriors, I think I'm going to do a bee theme, since bees are since bees have wings, and they're kind of like little warriors of the honey. They when they get together, they help produce stuff and, you know, pollinate and all that good stuff. So they're the pollinating warriors, I guess, if that's a good way to put it. So let me just find, I think I'll use this page right here. This is the center page. So I've gathered together just some different fabrics, not fabrics, but this is some thin, it's kind of like tissue. I guess it is like tissue, but it reminds me of tea bags a little bit. I like that color. And then I've got some stencils that I'm definitely going to use, of course, the honeycomb, you know. And Dawn herself had sent me this last year with some Happy Meal. It has like "Don't worry, be happy," and then there's a bee, and there's just little different stamps and things like that. And I thought that would be perfect to use in this video, and or in this project. And then I've just got some stuff that I'm going to make like a 3D bee out of. So I'm just going to first create a background. And I'm going to use some, actually first, I'm just going to glue on some of this. I'm just going to paste it on. Where's my glue stick? Let's see. Let me just add on some glue and see if it'll paste on. And it's going to eventually stick all the way, even if I don't get it like completely covered with the glue stick, because I'm going to be adding other mediums on here, so I know it'll get stuck. But I just wanted to get that base kind of color on there. And then I want to add some stamping, and I'm just using some this is Bo Bunny, I think it's called Textures stamp. And it's just different textures. And I'm just using some jet black. And I'm just randomly putting it on here. And then I might also use, instead of Distress ink, I think I'm going to use some archival ink, because I'm going to be using some colors, some water or water-based media on here, and I don't really want it to smear, so we're going to just use some brownish color archival ink. This one is ground espresso. All right, and then that's with that texture. And then I'm just going to add some of this other little this wood grain texture, just a little bit here and there. And then I'm not sure what the name of this texture is, but whatever it is, we're just going to use it just because it's there. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my oxide ink, and I think I will use the yellow one. I hardly ever use it. Fossilized amber. And I'm just going to, no rhyme or reason, just go down the page like that, and up and down like that, just to get some color on there. And then I'm going to take my stencil, one of the honeycomb stencils, and I am going to use some, I think I will use, what should I use? I'll do fossilized amber, yellow, and one of these little brushes. Let me just make sure that there's no color left on it, because I'm just gonna. Ooh. I like how what's on this page back here, this what do you call it, embossed impression picks up. I don't mind it. I'm trying to get all that black off of it because I'm going to use the same brush with the yellow. I don't want to mix that yellow up. Alright, I think I got most of that black off of there. Alright, so we're going to take some of this yellow, this fossilized amber, and then just add it on here. And then I'm also going to be going over these honeycombs with some paste, texture paste. But I wanted to first get these textures of honeycombs on here first with the color, with the ink. Alright, so we've got that, and I'm satisfied with it. I might add a little bit of this on there too with the fossilized amber. I like to mix and match these stencil prints and kind of let them blend together as if like they were just one unit, like going from honeycomb to whatever this little, what is this one? I don't know what the name of this one is, but whatever it is, I like it. Okay, now we're going to add some texture paste of honeycomb. I think only honeycomb. Well, I might do both of these. I'm just going to add just a little bit, and it's going to be a thin layer because I want it to dry pretty quickly. If I can get it open. I forgot to put some saran wrap or some type of wrap over top of it before putting the lid on it. That way it wouldn't stick the way it's doing and dry out. Okay. And then we're just going to add a little bit texture paste. Alright, so we're going to let that dry, and then I'll come back, and while that's drying, I'm going to work on my bees. I'm going to have one major bee and then some background bees. Alright. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to make my little warriors, and I think I'm going to use some archival ink, some of these little let's see, which one? Stress switch. Thought I had more than that. But anyway, we're going to use some black and some brown. And this right here is, it's not mulberry. Look, kind of feels like mulberry paper a little bit. Anyway, we're just going to, I'm going to color that part black. I like that texture that's in there, right? Alright, and then I'm going to take this one, and this is, what is this? Black soot. This is archival ink, black soot. And this is vintage photo. And I'm just going to go over it with that. And this is going to be for like the body and the wings of the bees, because we're going to make a few of them. Just a few, maybe 3. We'll just do 3, like winged warriors. All right. So basically all I'm going to do, I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to cut 3 of these little shapes, and this is the body. And then I'm just going to cut like a kind of a rounded off shape. You know what I mean? I probably should have drew it out, but I didn't. But it'll be all right. All right, so we've got 3 little black bodies, and I'm going to let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. And I'm just going to, I'm not going to take paint because that takes too long. I'm going to use this little gel pen. Actually, I'm going to use a Posca pen. Yeah. I'm going to use this black Posca marker. I'm just going to kind of go around the edge in a circular, like kind of in a circular manner to mimic like where the eyes are. And then like around the body. And I'm just going to put like some little lines to mimic like fur, because you know how some bees look like they have like that fur on there. So that's what we're going to try to mimic. You want to make sure you get a marker that's going to show up really well. So I guess it depends on what kind of paper. You don't have to use this kind of paper. You could just use cardstock really if you wanted to. But I just liked how it had like the little like dotted pattern and behind it from rubbing it, because with it being mulberry paper, I liked that. So this is like the body. And then I'm just going to go over all 3 of these like that. Okay, so we have the 3 bodies, and now we just need some wings. So I'm just going to take a pen and kind of draw the wing coming from out behind it. And then we need 6 of them. Or not 6 of them, 3 of them. And then I want to add a piece of tulle. So I'm just gonna, I guess, just cut 3 pieces of tulle. Now they're not going to be exactly the same, so let me just see. Alright, and then I'm just going to glue these together. And I'm probably going to stitch down the middle just so it can have some like thread, and maybe, I don't know, I think it'll look good stitched around the edges. Okay, so I got these stitched, and now I'm just going to add these little embellishments on here, these little what do you call it, little beads, not beads, but little old shiny, whatever they're called, I can't think of the name of it. But and then I'm going to be adding these to the journal, but before I add it to the journal, I want to go over a little bit of let me set these over here to the side. These are my little little bees. Sit these over here. And I was wanting to here it is. I was wanting to add some of this alcohol ink on here, this dandelion, which is like a yellowish color. So let me get my little page protector so I don't mess up, definitely don't mess up the page behind it, because I like it. And I'm just going to add a little bit, like where the the texture paste was. Okay. And then I think I'm going to add just a few little old black spatters with acrylic black paint. I'm just going to add a little bit on here. I think it's too much. And then spray a little bit of water, and then take my little brush and splatter it on there. And while that dries, I'm going to stamp some of these, some of this on some, I guess, just some white cardstock, and then back it by black cardstock. And then we're going to add it to the journal pages. Alright, so this is pretty much it. Lost one. So, our bees are our little winged warriors. And I just did a little bit of texture paste, stenciling, stamping, and made these cute little old bees. So believe in yourself and you can do anything. So yeah, so that's my little project. That's my little take on the Scrappy 8. And for the month of August. So we still have September and October. And September will be Julie and October will be Kristen. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.